Hey there, Nantucket. It's Grant from the Nantucket Owner's Manual again, and today let's talk about Facebook and the role that Facebook has been playing in our community. There's a lot of chatter going on Facebook, and a lot of people tune into it. We've seen this in the past, right? 10 or so years ago, there was this little thing I started called yakon.com, and we used to get 6,000 visits a day. It was fun while it lasted, difficult to moderate, but Yakon doesn't exist anymore. Facebook came along and I needed to step away to make some money to pay some tuition bills. So now, the place to get information and to talk about the news that you see, or the traffic that you experience, or the angry person at the beach you met, or the rude person in line at the Stop and Shop is, for better or worse, Facebook. And one of the problems that Facebook presents to us as a community is that it takes away any of the restraints that normal, polite social situations have built into them, right? I mean that people can be rude, people can be angry, people can get a couple of beers in themselves and just write something ridiculous and scathing and put it online, and everybody comments on it. And let's face it, it's not necessarily good for the community. Ask yourself if the community is unified or divided right now. There's so much negativity and name-calling on Facebook. I've experienced it firsthand. And I used to lose a lot of sleep over the negative comments and the people who made them. And then something happened that allowed me to sleep like a baby. First, I heard a quote by Babe Ruth that brought everything into perspective. The loudest boos always come from the cheapest seats. That's 100% true on Nantucket. It's the people who are not invested in the community, who don't volunteer, who don't care about the future of the island, who only go to town meeting to vote no on something and then they leave. They're the ones who are making the loudest noise on Facebook. Then something else happened that brought it into closer focus. I was reading this book, Belong, by Radha Agrawal, and in this book the author talks about people who are critical of others and who are just rude and unkind, usually on social media. And she had a label for them. She called them the mean girls in the cafeteria. And here's the thing, most of them aren't even girls, most of them are men, telling other people why they're wrong. This is why the Nantucket Owner's Manual doesn't really play in the Facebook sandbox. If you want to discuss what we do and have an impact on our work, you need to leave the cheap seats and join our email list or join the discussion group on Slack. I wanted the Nantucket Owner's Manual to be a way for everybody to avoid the toxic nature of Facebook. We don't feed the mean girls in the cafeteria, and the cheap seats don't have a seat at this table. Anyway, it's an idea. We ought to talk more about it. Please support us on Patreon. If you can, visit us at thenantucketownersmanual.com, and of course here on YouTube. And if you click like and click subscribe, we'll make sure you never miss a video. Anyway, thanks. See you in the hidden forest.